Good morning. Are you Trustee Butcher?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is cause numbers 24 DCCR 1732 and 24 DCCR 1733. Ms. Butcher is on probation in each of those cases. One for burglary of a habitation, which was a 5-year deferred, and also an unauthorized use of a vehicle. And there were motions to adjudicate filed in each of those cases. And Ms. Butcher was previously here, pled true to counts 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I've received the updated report. This was not agreed. Has everyone received that and reviewed the report?
We have, Your Honor. Yes, Judge.
Are there any additions or corrections?
No, Your Honor. Not from this.
And what is this, it might say here? The new case is out of Harris County.
She was placed on
Probation, right?
probation and sent to the Santa Maria Rehabilitation Facility.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Rojas, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. And that's true, Judge. She was sent to Santa Maria through probation in Harris County. And as the PSI points, or the updated PSI points out, she left that facility. I spoke with her about that. She left that facility because there were open warrants out of Jefferson County. She wanted to take care of those warrants, not because she didn't want the help provided there. She tells me she does want to go back to the Santa Maria facility, and there they will help. She's got a 3-year-old son, in addition to being 6 months pregnant right now. And the facility is a facility that will allow her to bring her 3-year-old with her, as well as she will keep the newborn. She does want the help that Santa Maria can provide, and she's willing to go back there, and that's what she wants the newborn to be once he's born, or she is born. As far as what she wants to do with her life, she told me she has worked in the healthcare industry in the past, and she wants to go get her CNA licensing, and she wants to continue doing that when she gets out. She does have a letter she wants to read to you, Judge, and I think if this is the appropriate time, she wants to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Dear Honor, I have been in jail since April 29, 2025. I left the rehab because I wanted to come back here and turn myself in.
Let me just stop you real quick right there, because the officer called Santa Maria, and the people at Santa Maria, according to what that officer put in this report, specifically said that you left the facility because you changed your mind.
I did not.
Hang on. Quote, Santa Maria is not the best option for me at this time. Are you saying you did not say that?
I did not say that. She know why I left because I had a warrant for my arrest and I didn't want the police to pick me up. I couldn't go to the DPS and get my ID and stuff, so I was going to come back to Port Arthur, turn myself in, and then go from there. But I didn't leave because I didn't want the help. That's why I found out I was pregnant on March 31st. I found out I was pregnant. I was in that rehab. I left because they wanted me to go to get my ID, and I couldn't go there because I had a warrant out for my arrest.
Okay. So you found out you were pregnant in March.
Yes.
And then you went and committed an evading arrest with a vehicle, a duty on striking an unattended vehicle, and an aggravated assault against a public servant a month later after you found out you were pregnant?
I was on drugs, Your Honor.
While you were pregnant?
Yeah. I made the mistake of leaving the rehab, and I got on drugs, and the next few days later, I got arrested.
But you said you made the mistake of leaving the rehab, but you said you left the rehab to come and turn yourself
Yeah.
in. So
So
you
I
didn't
thought it
leave the
was-
hang on. So you didn't leave the rehab to come turn yourself in, because if you had, you would have come straight here and turned yourself in, and you wouldn't have these new
I had to
offenses.
catch a bus, so I had to go downtown, wait for the bus to come, and in that time, I caught a charge. I don't want to be separated from my baby, Your Honor. This is mine.
So in that time, hold on. So you had left the facility at least by April.
I didn't have the money, so I scraped together enough just to catch the Greyhound back out here. But the day I was supposed to head downtown, I got arrested for trying to run from the police. Because I was high, I was on drugs?
Trying to evade the police because I was on drugs. I was scared and I was on drugs.
So all the times that you failed to report to the probation office, March 7th, March 10th, hold on, there was a third one,
March 12th.
March 12th, April 10th.
I
So,
never knew I had all those dates after the 7th. After the 7th, I thought I was revoked already. After the first time I did report, I thought I had a warrant out for my arrest, and I went to the rehab.
but you talked to the probation officer
I
between
talked to
then,
her on the 7th.
and you
day.
talked to her ugly.
I got out of jail in March 6th in Harris County.
Mhm.
I called her that day.
Mm-hmm,
She wanted me to report the next day. I couldn't make it.
Right.
So I guess I talked to her within that week. I don't remember talking to her, but I didn't know that she was giving me more opportunities to report. I would have reported. I thought after the first time that was it.
the reason you probably don't remember all that is because I guess you were using drugs while you were pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I didn't know I was pregnant at first, and then I found out.
but then you kept
And I-
using drugs.
Yeah. I need help, and Santa Maria is a good place, and they'll offer me mental health service, and I have an autoimmune disease that they offer treatment for. Jefferson County hasn't been giving me the medication for it. And since I've been here 52 days. They haven't given me any medication, so my baby can, yeah. I don't want to say it out loud what it is, but I need the help that Santa Maria offers. I don't want to be separated from my kids any longer. My 3-year-old is with my friend, and I want to be him to be able to come with me. I just want to be able to keep my kids with me and get the help I need mentally and with the drugs.
So where do you actually live?
I live on 1825 17th Street,
What city?
Port Arthur.
So Santa Maria is what, 90 days? It was verified through the Harris County Community Supervision Court Liaison that the program is 6 months.
Yeah.
So where did you get the 6 months to 18 months?
They told me at Santa Maria when I was there, it's up to, you can stay up to 18 months.
Mr. Smith?
Judge, I spoke with Misty Hoffman, who's an assistant DA in Harris County, before they sent her to the Santa Maria program. They were thinking about doing that, and she tried to explain to me what it was, and I explained to her our intention was not to keep her on probation, it was to seek a revocation in this case. I think everything that she had said up to this point kind of lends credence to the fact that probation is, she's not going to be successful on probation. I think even today you can see that she gets, according to the PSI, becomes impatient, easily irritated, argumentative, and confrontational. She's been non-compliant basically since she started in on probation and has made no progress and has no plan. This is the first that we've heard that she even has a residence in Port Arthur. We had no idea that she had any kind of residence in Jefferson County. She didn't have one prior to this, so I don't even know whose house this is.
So here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking over people,
Sorry.
being confrontational with your probation officer is not going to get you anywhere. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have, what's the place in Port Arthur that you have to live?
It's a home. It's a house.
Whose house?
It's my house. I've been renting it
Since when?
since before I got on rehab. I've been using the same address.
Well, but
Before I got probation.
you told probation that you didn't come back here, but hold on, because you were homeless.
I've never been home.
Then you said that in the original pre-sentence report, I told her I was at a motel and she assumed I was homeless, but I'm not homeless when you first put me on probation I gave you. 1825 17th Street, that's where I live.
If you had a residence here in Jefferson County and you were on probation here in Jefferson County, then why didn't you come back here when you got out like you were supposed to?
I tried to come back, and I did come back. I didn't report because I thought I had a warrant out. I thought I was revoked already.
So
I don't
you were
know
just
how
going to
this
wait it
works.
out until they came and caught you?
came to turn myself in, and I got arrested. I was going to turn myself in. I didn't
Everything
wanna
you're
be on the
saying,
run.
everything you're saying is conflicting.
How?
Because you're,
I'm here. I'm here.
yeah, you're here in custody and you're just, I think you've told so many lies to everybody that you don't know how to keep up with them.
There's no lie, ma'am. I was in Houston. I came back, and I came back March 7th. I was here. I didn't report. I was on drugs.
So you were already here March
I
7th.
was here March 7th. I was here, and then she told me to come in.
So there's no reason on March 7th that you couldn't have, you were talking to her about needed a bus and all this stuff. That was all just lying back then.
No, I was in Harris County. I was in Harris County. I got here March 6th. She told me to report March 7th.
So if you were here March 7th,
Yes. Y'all know I was on drugs.
Our jail reports to the judge.
Can you please give me the help that I need and let me keep my kids?
I put you on probation in the first place to get the help that you need. I put you on probation. Hang on. I put you on probation for 2 felonies with all the resources we have to help you. And instead of taking advantage of those, you came back, you didn't go ask for help, you just had to show up one time and say, I need help, I'm pregnant, I'm using drugs, I need help. It's easy to say you need help when you've picked up 3 more felonies.
I didn't pick them up. They dismissed them. I only got 1. They dismissed the other ones.
Well, I'm sure that was part of some plea agreement. You still got arrested for
Yes,
3
ma'am.
felonies, serious felonies. Not just little stuff, not a possession case.
Your Honor, please, I do not want to be a felon. I can't complete
Well,
this.
quit committing felonies.
Yes, ma'am. That's because of the drugs. Then I lost a baby last year. I had a stillborn at 7 months pregnant because of drugs. I need help with drugs and rehabilitation.
Maybe you need to stop getting pregnant for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
Looks like one of the jail incidents also involved an assault of another inmate and an attempted threw a bar of soap and actually hit one of the correctional officers and tried to swing on one of the other correctional officers.
That is okay.
What
I've
that?
never tried to assault a correction officer at this
Okay.
time.
No.
Like jail, prison time, and no.
Let me take a. So why did you refuse to go to the hospital when you fell?
Because I was feeling okay and I had a doctor's appointment coming up. I was gonna tell her. The last time I told them I slipped and fell, they didn't do anything in the jail, so I was gonna wait till I go to my doctor's appointment.
But they wanted you to go to the hospital to get checked out.
I didn't know they wanted me to go to the hospital. They just had me sitting in the infirmary.
So you supposedly said you fell, you were refusing to go to the hospital. They told you the doctor wanted you to go to the hospital. You said that you would go, but asked if you could go back to your dorm first. And they said, we're not doing all that back and forth. You asked if you would be transported via van or EMS. They said, don't worry about that. Then you said, I refuse, I'm not going to the hospital.
That's when I talked to Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim told me whatever was wrong, I could tell the doctor when I went to the doctor. So that's what I was waiting on.
So they're making it up that that doctor wanted you to go to the hospital.
They wanted me to go, and I told them I was going to wait until.
So, but that makes me, you're not taking care of yourself and your baby.
My baby is fine.
How do you know? If you fell and hit your head and they wanted you to go get checked out at the hospital, then how do you know she's fine and he's fine? You don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Go sit down for a minute. All right, Miss Butcher. Sorry we made you wait so long. I hear that you were a little disappointed in that in the back.
I'm scared. I've never been in prison.
Yeah, well, based on everything that I've already said, based on the fact that you stood here and told different stories about every single thing you said, based on the fact that you've already lost a baby and you're lucky you didn't lose this one, and who knows what's going to happen with this one because you were using drugs, based on the fact that you got felonies while you were on a felony probation, based on the fact that this lady here was trying to help you. You already left the place that you were given an opportunity to go to. Does probation have anything else to add, Ms. Kaur?
Judge, just that I'm really concerned about the non-compliances she's had at the jail.
Same.
I'm really concerned about that.
So here's what I'm going to do, Ms. Butcher. In cause number 24, DCCR 1732, I feel like you've given me no choice but to make sure that your child and children are safe and that the community's safe. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. In 24 DCCR 1732, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 10 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. In cause number 24 DCCR 1733, I'm going to find those counts true, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of unauthorized use of a vehicle, sentence you to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to need that signed. These cases will run concurrently, which means together at the same time.
Why would you separate me from my kids?
You separated yourself from your
This
kid.
is my first time being in prison.
Let me tell you,
I've been in jail
listen,
4 months.
I got 10 more years I can add. Hold on, you're not going anywhere. Hold on, you're not done.
That's not right.
I'm handing you the trial court certification. You had chances. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows.
You can talk to Mr. Rojos about that. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you are ineligible under Texas law to possess either. If you're caught with one, you could face new charges. Firearm is a legal term, so I need you to read the written admonishment I've given you. It explains exactly what devices qualify as firearms. You'll need to sign it, and I'll provide you with a copy if you had shown me that you could behave. In our jail, there might have been other things for me to consider, but thank you, there you go. You can go back with the bailiff. Thank you so much. Put that dream for my kids. That's crazy. Can't believe it. Weird asterisk music, all from Credence and Mikey.